Somewhere along the way, we became obsessed with comfort. Comfort before commitment. They didn't start families because everything was perfect. They started families because they fell in love. If you are not under pressure, you will never grow, my friend. Let's be honest. A lot of young men today are drifting. Do you want to know why America is not marrying anymore? I'm here to tell you today. If you want to venture out of this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. In the 1960s, the average American woman had about 3.7 children. Today, it's about 1.6. Marriage rates have collapsed from roughly 70% of adults in the 70s to about 50% today. The average man now marries at around 30 years old. A woman around 28 years old. And almost half of those marriages, you know what happens to them? They divorce. They end up in divorce. So people say, it's too risky, it's too expensive, I need to be stable first, I need to have my job. But here's the truth that nobody wants to say. If you wait for the perfect time, guess what? It's never gonna come. You will wait for your entire life. Housing is very expensive, I get it. You have student loan debts of $1.7 trillion. Childcare can be anywhere $15,000 to $20,000 every single year, which is a massive amount. Yes, the numbers are real. And it's ridiculous. It's very expensive. But here's what's also real. Previous generations, your parents, your grandparents, they didn't start families because everything was perfect. They started families because they fell in love. They started families because they wanted to have a bond and build that bond together. Somewhere along the way, we became obsessed with comfort. Comfort before commitment. Stability before responsibility. Arrival before sacrifice. But growth doesn't come from comfort. You know where it comes from? It comes from pressure. If you are not under pressure, you will never grow, my friend. Let's be honest. A lot of young men today are drifting. Delayed commitment, delayed responsibility, delayed adulthood. The only thing they don't want delayed is gratification. They want instant. Why? Because there is no forcing function. No weight on their shoulders because mom and dad are taking care of it. No one depending on them. Responsibility sharpens a man and a woman. When a man knows someone relies on him, his decisions change. His discipline changes. His standards rise. He knows that somebody's waiting for him at home. He knows that he needs to do better. He knows that he can't mess up like he did before. He knows he must provide. And when you provide, you tend to become a better version of yourself. And when you have a child and you have a wife, you tend to become a much better version of yourself. That purpose that you have, what it's going to do? It's going to transform into action. And many women are told, focus only on your career first. Delay everything. Don't have babies. Don't get married. Secure independence because an independent woman is better than a divorced woman. That's what they say. But partnership is power instead of being independent. Building with someone instead of after you finish building your career creates something much deeper. Not just success. It's not only about success or legacy. You know what it's about? It's about you. It's about both of you and your kids. Yes, divorce rates are significant and finances are stressful, but fear cannot be your compass. If you live by fear, you're not going to live anywhere. If you let statistics paralyze you and make you weak, you're going to surrender control of your entire life on averages. You're not an average. Marriage is a risk, yes. So is business. Business is also a risk. Investment is a risk. Having a job is a risk. Moving to cities is a risk. Everything is a risk. Everything meaningful in life carries a risk. Why is family only the risk when we've been trained to avoid? You're being trained to avoid the family risk. You're not being trained to avoid to go to college, to be a career woman, or to be a career man. This doesn't apply only to women. There's a bunch of men who focus on their careers first. They want to be a millionaire first. They want to have a house first before they get married. No, that is not the case. You want to be financially stable first. Financial stability is never going to be enough. For every single person, it's different. It's relative in all cases. So whatever case you are in, whatever stage you are in your life, think about it. Wasn't it risky to go after your career? Why is it risky then to have a family or create one? And this is what people don't talk about enough. When a child is born, something changes. Something that you can't experience unless you have one. You know what happens? Your excuses die. Your laziness kind of fades away. Of course, not for everybody. Your priorities, you know what they do? They're locked in. You don't just have a child. You become someone new. You become much stronger. You become more disciplined. You become more focused. But most importantly, you have a purpose. Purpose that creates growth faster than comfort ever could. Yes, The economy is harder. The cost of living is higher. Stability comes later, but courage still matters. Commitment still matters. And building something with someone through struggle is so much more meaningful. It's what creates your strength. It creates your bond. Don't wait until you feel ready. You may never feel ready. Make that move right now. Take that responsibility. Grow together as husband and wife. Because at the end, you know what comfort is going to do? It's going to build a legacy. If you want to venture out of this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share.